有没有感觉过读诗很困难，特别是现代诗歌？有没有体会过一首诗，别人告诉你写得很好，但是你怎么都读不出来它的那种感觉？我觉得这背后的问题是每一个人对于意象的感知程度不一样。比方说，诗人说根茎和丁香花，你脑子里面可能根本出现不了那个画面。比方说我不太认识植物，所以每次有诗人对着各种植物大发诗兴的时候呢，我都会很迷茫。怎么办呢？我前段时间想到了一个解决方案，给一首诗的每一行都配一张图。这个想法是我在读金斯堡的嚎叫的时候想到的，我实在是太喜欢那首诗了。金斯堡的语言很详细很丰富，但是如果你要读懂的话，得花很多时间来重构那个画面。
Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo in the machinery of night。
但大家知道啊，嚎叫这首诗有好几百行，所以我给自己定的工期是2年。我连视频标题都想好了，叫爆肝2年，我还原出了嚎叫里的每个画面。直到我发现了这么一个玩意儿。
DALL-E 2 is a new AI system from OpenAI that can take simple text descriptions like a koala dunking a basketball and turn them into photorealistic images that have never existed before.
等等，把文字转换成图像，这不就是我想做的事情吗？我的视频有了。所以我就兴冲冲地跑去DALL-E的官网，结果发现这玩意儿还在内测，他们用的是预约制，在我前面可能排了好几万个人吧，等我排到了，估计2年也就过去了。就在我准备放弃这个项目的时候，我发现了另外一个网站叫 Wombo， 他们的人工智能也很不错，而且风格很有艺术性。用日常语言尝试了几次之后，我的结论是完全可行。于是我找来了一首简单的诗歌，弗罗斯特的 Nothing Gold Can Stay。这首诗一共就8行，每行只有4-5个词。我对原文没有做任何的修改，原文是怎么样的就怎么放进 AI。于是我得到了这么一个作品。
Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay.
怎么样？我其实非常的震惊啊！除了第2行话，它的画面如果是金色的就好了。但除此之外呢，别的基本上都和我想的画面一模一样，甚至超出了我的想象。有的句子，比方说叶子消沉为叶子，就像伊甸园沉入悲痛。这句话你其实仔细想想，不是很容易可视化。但不知道是不是巧合 ，Wombo 一下子就抓住了重点。它厉害的地方是没有把伊甸园和叶子2个意象简单的并列，但是又很好的展现了悲痛的感受。所以我们还需要人工的插画吗？以及我们可以说人工智能读懂了人类的诗吗？当然了，弗罗斯特这首诗很简单，挑战性并不高。我们再试试看更复杂的诗，看看 AI 是不是可以读得懂。很不幸，因为 Wombo 的字数限制的问题，我没有办法用 Wombo 生成金斯堡的嚎叫，但没有关系，还有很多别的诗。我特意挑了一首我自己非常喜欢的艾略特的诗，这首诗非常非常棒，我非常非常喜欢它，但很多人第一次读的时候比较难以理解里面的画面。那为了帮助大家理解呢，我先提示一下大家，这首诗讲的是一个体面又怯懦的中年男人，面对丧失了雄性吸引力的现实，在陌生的女人面前想要开口接近，却犹豫不决的内心戏。大家试着带入这个视角去理解一下这首诗，它其实很震撼。总之，我把这首又长又难的诗放进了 Wombo， 我不知道它这次是否能够完成任务，结果它大大超出了我的预料。
The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot. Let us go then, you and I. when the evening is spread out against the sky like a patient etherized upon a table. Let us go through certain half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights in one-night cheap hotels and sawdust restaurants with oyster shells. Streets that follow like a tedious argument of insidious intent to lead you to an overwhelming question. Oh, do not ask, what is it? Let us go and make our visit. In the room the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. The yellow fog that rubs its back upon the window panes, the yellow smoke that rubs its muzzle on the window panes, licked its tongue into the corners of the evening, lingered upon the pools that stand in drains, let fall upon its back the soot that falls from chimneys, slipped by the terrace, made a sudden leap, and seeing that it was a soft October night, curled once about the house and fell asleep. And indeed there will be time for the yellow smoke that slides along the street, rubbing its back upon the window panes. There will be time to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet. There will be time to murder and create, and time for all the works and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate. Time for you and time for me. And time yet for 100 indecisions, and for 100 visions and revisions before the taking of a toast and tea. In the room the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. And indeed there will be time to wonder, do I dare? And do I dare? Time to turn back and descend the stair with a bald spot in the middle of my hair. They will say how his hair is growing thin. My morning coat, my collar mounting firmly to the chin, my necktie rich and modest, but asserted by a simple pin. They will say, but how his arms and legs are thin. Do I dare disturb the universe? In a minute there is time for decisions and revisions which a minute will reverse. For I have known them all already, known them all. Have known the evenings, mornings, afternoons. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons. I know the voices dying with a dying fall beneath the music from a farther room. So how should I presume? And I have known the eyes already, known them all. The eyes that fix you in a formulated phrase, and when I am formulated, sprawling on a pin, when I am pinned and wriggling on the wall, then how should I begin to spit out all the butt ends of my days and ways? And how should I presume? And I have known the arms already, known them all. Arms that are braceleted and white and bare, but in the lamplight downed with light brown hair. Is it perfume from a dress that makes me so digress? Arms that lie along a table or wrap about a shawl? Should I then presume? And how should I begin? Shall I say, I have gone at dusk through narrow streets and watched the smoke that rises from the pipes of lonely men in shirt sleeves leaning out of windows? I should have been a pair of ragged claws scuttling across the floors of silent seas. And the afternoon, the evening sleeps so peacefully, smoothed by long fingers, asleep, tired, or it malingers, stretched on the floor here beside you and me. Should I, after tea and cakes and ices, have the strength to force the moment to its crisis? But though I have wept and fasted, wept and prayed, though I have seen my head, grown slightly bald, brought in upon a platter, I am no prophet, and here's no great matter. I've seen the moment of my greatness flicker, and I've seen the eternal footman hold my coat and snicker, and in short, I was afraid. And would it have been worth it after all, after the cups, the marmalade, the tea, among the porcelain, among some talk of you and me, would it have been worthwhile to have bitten off the matter with a smile, to have squeezed the universe into a ball, to roll it towards some overwhelming question, to say, I am Lazarus, come from the dead, come back to tell you all, I shall tell you all. If one, settling a pillow by her head, should say, that is not what I meant at all. That is not it, at all. And would it have been worth it, after all? Would it have been worthwhile, after the sunsets and the dooryards and the sprinkled streets, after the novels, after the teacups, after the skirts that trail along the floor, and this, and so much more? It is impossible to say just what I mean, but as if a magic lantern threw the nerves in patterns on a screen. Would it have been worthwhile if one, settling a pillow or throwing off a shawl, and turning toward the window, should say, that is not it at all. That is not what I meant, at all. No, I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was meant to be. I am an attendant lord, one that will do to swell a progress, start a scene or two, advise the prince, no doubt an easy tool, deferential, glad to be of use, politic, cautious, and meticulous. Full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse. At times, indeed, almost ridiculous. Almost at times, the fool. I grow old. I grow old. I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Shall I part my hair behind? Do I dare to eat a peach? I shall wear white flannel trousers and walk upon the beach. I've heard the mermaids singing, each to each. I do not think that they will sing to me. I have seen them riding seaward on the waves, combing the white hair of the waves blown back when the wind blows the water white and black. We have lingered in the chambers of the sea, by sea-girls wreathed with seaweed red and brown, till human voices wake us and we drown.
我特别想要问大家，觉得哪几幅图超出了你的预料？有好几幅都让我印象很深刻啊。比方说，在这一幅里面，艾略特说的永恒的随从是一个暗语，它比喻的是死神，这居然被人工智能画出来了。还有这一幅，拉萨路是圣经里面一个死而复生的人，这里的难点在于死而复生是一个很难画的概念。但你看看 Wombo 画的，这画的也太贴切了。不过我觉得最震撼的其实是这一幅，因为对于一个人类而言，怎么去画这一幅画其实很明显，你要画一个头发往后梳的人，然后画一个他吃桃子的画面。但 Wombo 处理的方式超出了我的想象，但仔细一想，你也真的得拍案叫绝，因为这就是诗歌里面最纯粹的意象啊，它的处理其实反而更有诗意。所以，我们真的懂这个世界吗？还是说人工智能会比我们更懂这个世界？我不知道，也许未来会比我们想象的更快到来，也许未来我们每一个人都可以用一段话来创造艺术，甚至来生成一个视频。这次的遗憾是因为目前这些 AI 的绘画只支持英文，所以我们还没有机会看到中文诗歌在 AI 的眼里长什么样。但我相信这样的程序会很快出现，到时候我们再见。